What are you doing there? Camera's on. What are you doing?
I am removing some nails that are just helping to secure the form to the casing.
One down. This is the very top row. It's not finished off over the door casing, as you can tell.
Okay, this metal here above the door and the windows is old bed rails
Nathan, can you shh just for a second?
that we have recycled to use as extra support, lintel supports over the doors and the windows. This steel reinforcement.
Thank you, honey.
And sometimes these bolts come out really hard. You wrap them with a piece of wood, not metal or hammer, because then you'll damage the threads.
Oh, I wonder why that just went out of focus. I can't stop now. I have to wait till you get it. There you go. But you're going to be also pointing the side. I'm sure I can come out with a baby sling.
Just as soon explain it.
Yeah.
Have to. Got the information.
Yep.
Okay, what we do is mixture to mix up mortar, just sand and cement, and make up a sticky paste. And I like to use rubber gloves and just do it with my fingers. Fill in all the cracks, push it in. Then after it's dried, you can take a wire brush.
She's down by the garden, honey.
Scrape off any excess. Might be a good idea to use safety glasses because you get a lot of things in your face. And you can scrape right over the mortar joint. And that smooths it down, breaks off all the loose stuff. Like that.
Yeah. I thought I would get a picture of my shadow.
Taking off the final forms. I like to take the top forms off and leave the scaffolding. It's easier to remove the top ones and then take the scaffolding down and remove the second row. And we do some pointing. Started doing some. Filling in around the stones with mortar. I like to use rubber gloves to do that. That way you can push it right in, get it in all the joints. Nice. Then take a wire brush later. I did a little bit here. Brush off all the loose stuff. That's what it looks like before it's pointed. Have to chip off, knock off all the excess concrete. This is the top finished wall. Anchor bolts in place. Leveled off. Ready for the top plate. Now over the winter, I'll put a layer of grease on these bolts so they don't rust too much. The first thing you got to do is chip off any this excess stuff here.
Honey, don't get too close. This stuff's flying all around.
Recommend wearing safety glasses. Just don't hit too hard. You don't want to loosen up any of the smaller stones. And any wires, extra wires sticking out have to be clipped back.
Is there an example of that somewhere?
Then you got to wet the area down. Then mortar out of sand and cement. It's kind of sticky consistency. Pack it in just you can with your fingers. You get a lot of it that drops down. It's unavoidable, but if you hold the pallet down here, you catch some of it. Just try to push it in all the hollow spots. Works good if you can use both hands at the same time. It's hard. You've got to hang on with one hand. Okay, then after you get the stuff in and it's dried, you can take a wire brush, just scrape off all the excess. Another year, another building season has begun. Setting forms for the next section of wall. I'll be working from this door casing around to another door casing over there with a few windows in between. And what we're doing here is we've got two sets of forms. We've got a short form, which is a foot deep, and that's going to be mounted to the outside form. And that way when the concrete is poured, it kind of shows where the foundation ends and the walls actually begin. From 16 inches it goes to a foot thick. And how we do it is we set wires all the way down to the right height so that the short forms will be even with these. And then we also bolt them together and then slide the whole thing up against these forms, and then tighten the wires and put in the spacer blocks, and then level and straighten all the wall sections. And also getting ready to set in another door casing, which will go in over here, which required a little bit more wiring. The bottom of the door casing will sit 6 inches from the top of the form down to here, and in order to attach the wires to this inside form, which is going to be up against the outside form, we had to drill holes, set the wires through at this point, and they're just hanging out there. So when this is slid up against the outside form, the wires will be in place, and then we just tighten and put the spacers in. And the reason we put in this inside form to narrow the walls down to a foot, it also leaves a lip around the inside edge of the wall, and that's where floor joists will eventually rest. And the concrete slab floor will come up against that. It just ties the floor into the wall. And we're building another door casing. I've got it all squared up. The only thing I have left to do is put on the outside pieces, the front pieces, and take the saw, cut a slot all the way around the edge, and attach the furring strip, the metal strips.
Who's that baby? She was kissing it a minute ago. She was kissing that baby. Look at that baby. Look, look. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hi there, baby. Kiss the baby. Kiss the baby. Wave to the baby. Hi. Hi, baby. Hi. Hi, baby. Hi. Hi, baby. Oh, kiss the baby. What a cute baby in there. Here we go. Here we go. Say to the baby. Bah. baby. Ah, hi baby. Say blah. Say to the baby. Where's the baby? Hi, wave to the baby.
Hi, Liz. I need to poop.
You do?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. Hi, bye. I need to poop.
Okay, you go poop. Hi.
I'll get the money in my potato head. Bye.
Good for you, honey. Mwah. Oh, sweet baby in the mirror. It's sweet baby in the mirror. Baby's tired. Is that a kitty? Is that a kitty? That is. Oh, she can pull herself up. Pull herself up. Do it. Do it. You can do it. Good job. Good job, girl. Shake it. Is it snowing in there? Is it snowing in there? Peekaboo. Peekaboo. Can you shake the snow globe? This is the latest building in the summer of '98. Working on the back wall between a couple of door casings. Scaffolding was put together using some modified joist hangers, and we just move them up as the walls go up. In the corner, got some pretty straight walls without the use of a transit, mostly with a water leveling tool and just lining.
hear anything back there anyway. Put the wheelbarrow right under there. Worked out pretty well.
Wow. Huh.
Progress so far this year. It's very slow because of the rain. So we set up a little rain shelter to work under yesterday.
Sometimes you have to take a rest. You show Daddy what you're doing? You turn around and say, hi, Dad. He's right behind you. Show him what you're doing.
Hi, Daddy.
Hi.
What are you doing? You helping build the house?
I'm helping build the house.
You're doing a very good job.
Yeah, Santa Claus is a very good helper, isn't he?
Are you Santa Claus today?
Yep.
Ho ho.
Look. See, I told you they were good.
Did you catch them both?
Yep.
Right here. Okay. What's the next one?
Santa Claus is a very good helper.
Right here.
Just pulled off another layer. It's always nice to see the current stonework underneath. I always find certain favorite stones, especially like the corners. Nice straight walls, considering we use no transit. All done with a water leveling device and eyesight. The scaffolding, this year I modified some joist hangers, so it's a lot easier to move up and down as the walls go up. Here's a particularly pretty colored stone. Cleaning up the scaffolding. Got another layer almost done. The last section here. And we bolt on more forms and start up again. line along the inside that I measured out with a level on both sides. That's what I'm leveling it off to.
I can move the other rock. See? Find the dinosaur fossil. Find the dinosaur fossil.
Yeah.
Huh.
Let me bury it up in here in the ground.
Hello.
Hi. That's it.
And then what do you do?
Bringing up the ladder.
Show me.
Here we are. The 1999 building season has begun. Now what I've done is I've marked the spaces on the forms here where door and window will go here. And then on the front I did the same thing. This whole front section is going to be mostly window. I've started setting some forms over there, and on the other side there's also going to be a window in that wall. And hopefully this season this whole side will be done. There's going to be a set of windows in here looking into the kitchen, and then a small octagonal window beside the door before the corner. At the beginning of the season I always brush off the top layer. There's always a lot of loose stones after the snow melts. Vacuum up any loose stones I can't brush away. So the surface is all set to begin. Now the window section in the front I had to design a little bit different than building the frames that I did before with the doors and the windows, which were all one unit that were set in the walls. These are sort of modular sections, and there's a section on the end because it is such a large expanse of windows. In order to get the concrete under the forms, I have to do it in sections short enough that I can reach up underneath. Plus, we're leaving the top section off above the windows, and then it's going to be backfilled up to the bottom of the window casing. So some machinery could be driven into the center, like a backhoe or something similar, to help level off the center and backfill before we do the floor. And these are the window casings. This is one of the two side windows, which are larger than the windows in the back of the house. These are all the windows that will be exposed to the south. And that's one of the modular sections on the front. That's the part that will go on one end, sort of an L shape. We're making some window frames for octagon windows. We're going to have 3 of these in the house. It's a little trickier to build, but what I did is started out cutting out these pieces here. I need 8 for each window, and then set up the table saw at the right angle and just ran them through so they all fit together. And then I've got to put the same. It's pointing time! We've mixed up some mortar,
Voila.
sand and cement.
Shall we fall up the ladder?
And just tucking in. Filling in the gaps, then smoothing it out later. It's best to start near the top, wet it, mortar, then work your way down, so when you wet the next row, you're not washing the mortar off. Working over in this. And we've got the scaffolding up over here, and a couple of window casings set. Just got to do this corner section. More stones revealed. This is the best part of this. Get to see the stonework, especially the corners. Like a big stone sculpture. I had to move the scaffolding up, get the last 2 runs. And from here over, it's all windows. Won't be long now. On the back side, those 2 bottom rows will be removed, piggybacked up.
Just go clip those wires to show that's what we do next.
So you don't have to do it later. Taking the forms off this corner. Getting ready to take the scaffolding down. So I was fun to see the new stones. You get to see the new octagon window here too. There's the inside view of the octagon window. Got the scaffolding off. More stones, yay!
Flip these and take that one down too.
Ready?
I think so.
Just let it slide down.
Onto the ladder.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yay! Look at that.
Window.
Cool. I'm laying down the bottom row on these window casings, and what I'm doing is I mixed up basically a mortar mixture without stone, all sand and cement. Then I pile it in a little higher than the level it needs to be, and then I just place the form, this is one of the forms here, into it, pound it down and level it off. And it's all ready to go all the way to... Ready?
Done.
Okay. We mixed up a mortar solution. We lay it in here. This has been poured previously, and these wires mark the level spot.
Can't really see the wires. Point them out again.
There's
Oh.
here and here and here, all across where the casing will rest. And then you pack the mortar in. A little bit higher than the level. Form.
Show the form.
And these are temporary pieces on the front. Those will, I put those in there just so that they'll
Turn it around so we can see the inside.
form the concrete, and then they're put in with screws so they're easy to take off later. That way you can put a long strip across that'll cover up all the joints. With a pressure treated 2x4. just level it up. That's it. Nathan's mouth. These have to be level this way, up and down, and back and forth. that way.
The front windows. All the way over here. Bucket. It's a heavy bucket.
Nathan's singing over there somewhere.
Greenhouse in process. Over process of years. And there's our wall. It'll lead to the house from the greenhouse. This will be the wall to the kitchen here. Scaffolding.
Get over here and do this other one. Run out of tape. Okay. Let's see what's left of it. Forms are off. One section left to go.
Balance.
Yay!
Yay! Can I do it again? Yes.
Let's go through the door.
200-pound rock.